All right, we're at the Minnesota Deer and Turkey Classic here at Canterbury Park in Shakopee. If you can't wait to get back into the woods, this event is for you. Let's go inside and check it out. So as you can see, there are booths all over with tips and products to help you be more successful in the field. Let's go meet some of them. Now we're at the Wildlife Research Center booth. Melissa Bachman, how's it going?
It's going great. Having a wonderful day here.
Good to see you again.
Thank you.
This is you're kind of a fixture here at this booth, aren't you?
You know, I've always just really enjoyed coming back. This is my home state. You get to see so many people, and now for years I've been coming here. I don't even know how many years. It's been a lot, but I get to see kids come back year after year, show me their bucks, show me their pictures, see them grow, compare the pictures. It just makes for such a wonderful environment.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Obviously, people can come meet you here at this booth, and then you're also doing seminars here as well.
Yes, I've got seminars each day. Today I have 2. So it's just a good way for people to sit down, relax their feet, kick back, and hopefully learn something that they can take back to learn in their hunting. And it's all about deer hunting. This year it's on 10 things to avoid this fall to make you a better hunter. Okay. So we cover everything from...
give me one of the things to avoid.
You know, one of the things is talking about ways to bring bucks in front of your stand. Okay. So Wildlife Research Center's got this brand new golden rope. Well, I got to use it last year. I put it out within 2 days. I had bucks coming to it. So in the seminar, we talk about, little things that you can do to draw the deer into your stand in front of your cameras to make you more successful.
Now we're at the Minnesota Deer Hunters Association booth with Jared Mazurek, the executive director. How's it going?
It's good. It's been a great turnout so far. We've had a lot of people come through, sold quite a few memberships, got some new people involved in conservation in the state of Minnesota. And had some really good conversations about the legislative initiatives that we're working on.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. I'm sure you've had no shortage of conversations about deer and wolves and all of that, but let's address the elephant in the room. Let's talk about deer hunting in northern Minnesota and wolves. What is MDHA? What's the stance? What are you doing about it?
Yeah, well, I have a piece in Outdoor News right now that's being distributed at this show that really talks about all the different factors contributing to our declining deer herd in the northern part of the state. Those factors are anything from habitat loss to predation. We've got a lot of predators, namely wolves right now are the only one that we can't actively manage. And so MDHA is very involved in combating all of those different factors. Right now we're working with a couple representatives and senators to try to get a mandate for a wolf hunt passed in the state of Minnesota. We do a lot of habitat conservation and restoration work. To date, we've restored over 80,000 acres of public land in the state of Minnesota, and more every day.
So Jennifer Pudenz is with us right now, and we're at the Minnesota Deer Hunters Association booth, and you've been working with these guys for a little bit.
Yes, so we're actually giving free copies of Adventurous Magazine, which is the only women's hunting and fishing magazine, and we're partnering up for pro-wolf management efforts.
Very nice. So what have you learned about the wolf management efforts as you've done this issue?
Yeah, it's been a lot to learn. So this gal actually lives in Idaho, and so we're comparing, Idaho history and facts with what's happening in Minnesota and Colorado, and it's been wonderful to partner with these guys and learn more about the differences of why we are federally protected, where Idaho is one of the few states that you can hunt them. So there's just been a lot to learn and really been great to compare what's happening across the nation.
Daddy didn't raise no fool, wouldn't let her date a boy until he taught her how to shoot.
One of the main attractions here at the Deer Classic is the trophy wall. Like the bucks and the mounts here are absolutely insane. Let's go take a look at them. Fancy.
This ain't no shotgun wedding that you're used to. The target is you. If you labor standing all alone at the altar, daddy's daughter got a Smith and Wesson pistol that her daddy bought her hidden in a garter, and she ain't afraid to use it. It's up to you. Are you gonna be blood or just blood in the water? 'Cause she can't help but knowing what her daddy taught her. She's her daddy's daughter.
A lot of people may not realize that we have elk in Minnesota, not just elk, but big elk. And every so often you hear some stories about elk hunting in Minnesota that grab some headlines. And last year, the big story was the brother-sister duo, dynamic duo that had a lot of success elk hunting. So Gary and Shar, and it's Gary Przekwas and Shar Peterson. All right. Tell me about these animals that you shot here behind us.
It's the #1 bull for hunting in the state of Minnesota and non-typical category.
Non-typical.
Yeah, it's the #1 non-typical.
It just blows me away that we have these animals in Minnesota.
We've got pictures of him where this tine actually goes down
Oh, really?
a couple of years ago, and then we got pictures of him like 2 years ago where it sticks straight out, and then this year they're up that I shot him.
How old do you think he is?
The DNR says they'll let us know in 1 full year from the time we.
Yeah, because they test
harvest.
every animal, age
Yep.
them, and check them all.
They took a tooth,
Yeah.
and we're figuring 10. My neighbor actually called the Saturday night. We were processing her elk, and my phone kept ringing, and I ended up looking at it at 1 o'clock in the morning. And he said, "You got to come over," because he had a trail camera picture of Bruno here.
Bruno.
That morning, I heard him bugling in the woods, and I walked right by him because it was 5 o'clock in the morning. And then I had actually seen 2 other bull elk in a soybean field, and they were smaller. So I came back and I chirped them out of the woods with cow talk, and then I made the shot. The score has been kind of iffy because after he got scored before the taxidermist, and it was 413 3/8 was the net score.
Okay.
And then after the taxidermist did his thing, the rack actually folded in. I lost 3 inches there and 3 inches somewhere else. I lost 6 inches.
Okay.
So I think it's 406 and something, or 407 something.
All right, and how about yours?
Mine is gross 368, but it had a lot of deductions. One side was bigger than the other, so it ended up not being Boone and Crockett, but it's 354 and some eighths.
Yeah.
I can't remember the eighths now. We actually passed it up, and then we decided. My son looked at his phone and he said, "I think, we should go after it." And then the wind, we tried to follow it. It quit bugling. We couldn't locate it. So we backed out, waited till that evening, and then shot it that evening about 250 yards. Waited 4 hours in the stand.
How many of those have you shot?
26 with a bow.
26?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All Easterns?
Yes. Well, no, actually, I have some Rios.
Oh, really?
But yeah.
26. Holy.
Yeah, as well as the Iowa state record for a woman.
My roost filler box has a spur gauge on the side to measure the turkey's spurs, beard tape measure on the back.
amcustomcalls.com. All right, how's the show been for you?
Fantastic.
You can be on camera here for this.
Are you talking about the mini donuts?
Did you want to get some mini donuts?
They are so good.
Well, I was going to say...
What do you want me in there for?
Well, I was going to say, did you know about the Wild Trails Kids Zone that's right around here?
No.
It's a great place to bring kids.
Oh, okay.
Should we go check it out?
Yes,
Let's go check
it out.
But first, mini donuts.
These are like, oh my gosh, it's heavy. Yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah, they're all made out of bronze. So.
Try to curl it. I'm sorry. That's amazing.
Different about us is that we customize everything all the way down to the exact rack. So we 3D scan your deer antlers and we downsize them and make them into a bronze statue with your specific antlers.
Takes up a lot less wall space. What is your favorite mushroom?
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to go with Hen of the Woods, even though it's like not a super exciting mushroom because I don't know, it's maybe more common, but it's so delicious, and it's the first mushroom that I found that got me into mushroom hunting.
So
but I would
it's a
say
little nostalgic then, too.
It is, but I also think it tastes. I would rate it right up there with a morel mushroom for me. It's a more versatile mushroom. When you find one, you maybe find a 3-pound mushroom or a 15-pound mushroom.
Jeez.
A lot easier to find, and yeah, you can really fill up your pantry quick and your freezer.
The Deer Classic has something for everybody, right? Having all the kids here, lots of kids activities. It's definitely a family, family fun weekend, right? There's something for everybody, but we've loved people coming by this booth, sharing deer stories. There hasn't been a lot of great deer stories from this year, I'll be honest. The common theme was it was a tough fall, but we've got posters, of course, that were
will sign for the kids.
all the
or
fun
anybody.
things. So
You're giving away these sheds.
yeah, right.
When I show them those sheds, when I say, they go, where did those sheds come from? My food plot in Minnesota, I passed this deer because it just didn't have enough mass yet. And they kind of look at me like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm joking.
Well, what'd you think? You got a little tour of the Deer Classic.
Yeah, it was great. This is my first time at the show and absolutely loved it. It's been a while since I've been at a deer show before, so it's great to be back to one.
Saw a lot of really cool bucks, met a lot of really cool people, saw some neat products, and talked with some outfitters that do some guiding around Canada and the United States. There's so much to do here and see. Check it out at mndeerclassic.com. And Jen, thanks for coming around with me.
Yeah, thank you. It was so much fun.